Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the King's Cup.
Sorry.
Actually, it's ours.
Two.
Ours is 2, right? Even though it's the first time for C.
I think technically, I don't know.
Or is this like our first one?
No, I think it's still 2, because like,
So it's still 2.
you know, a TI that didn't have qualifiers for a certain region, you don't call it like the previous TI's qualifier, even though it's the first time for that region. You just say TI8. Everyone gets the SA qualifiers.
But they're just like separate events, because it's not like the winner of this plays the winner of
That's
the
true.
So.
Well, I mean, if they both make it to Summit 10, not X.
Oh, they do. You're correct. Yeah.
So it's all leading up to something great.
Summit X.
I wish, but apparently not.
That's not
No,
do
right?
Summit
Kill
X.
you.
Quite literally execute you too.
Speaking of executions,
Yes.
you can choose who you want to kill. The viewer, you can choose one of us to kill. We don't know who will be king for the last series. But if you subscribe to twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit all the way up,
Don't knock the king.
no, all the way up here, then you get access to a Discord in which you can vote on which one of us to execute. And if you subscribe during this broadcast, the person who will be executed will read your name out loud on
The guillotine.
on stream, and you will be their last words. You will be their last rites as they get executed.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So do that.
Yesterday was Danelie, isn't it?
Yeah. You technically killed me yesterday. You don't talk to me like that.
It was her.
God.
I
If
was
you-
satisfied.
Yeah, I bet. It's been a long time coming for her, and apparently it's been a long time coming for Trent, who has still yet to die. Tomorrow is the last day for North America Kings Cup,
And Trent still hasn't died.
and Trent still hasn't died.
He's
If
just
you
too lovable, I guess.
No.
no, there's
Everyone loves
it's a
Trent.
conspiracy.
We need to fix this. You guys need to vote for Trent.
Yeah,
I've been voting for
Yeah,
Trent.
and then you also go into chat and you tell chat to vote for
I've been
Trent.
doing #KillTrent literally every day I watch NA.
Okay.
So I know
I'll get in
Lacoste
there.
has been
I'll
dying.
Do
try
it.
to stay awake, because that was my issue. I watched the first game 1 of the complexity series, and I
I
fell
watched
asleep.
game 2. I didn't manage to catch game
Yeah.
1 because you got home too late. But
There are a lot of Canadians in the BTS Discord apparently, and it's a great big
Oh,
Canadian
God damn it.
conspiracy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
well, then go mingle with your brethrens and vote.
I guess all the NA people are cheap, and all the Canadians, because they don't have to spend money on healthcare, are the ones that have the money for BTS Discord sub money.
Wow.
And we greatly appreciate it.
Shots fired.
Don't get me wrong, but
Oh
Should've-
god.
I think there's a headshot sound effect. You should have pressed that. I
and
think.
if you guys should be over there in Southeast Asia, you know.
It is one is even cringier
No,
than the last one.
normally in Southeast Asia we don't even have healthcare. We just sort of left for dead.
Then perfect. You have all the money necessary to sub for the
Yeah,
BTS
yeah,
Discord.
Yeah.
You can have that sub money for BTS Discord, or you can have money to buy a Sennheiser headset, perhaps.
That'd be a wise choice, actually.
That would be the most best usage of your time, perhaps. You go to bts.gg/Sennheiser, and you could find yourself a high-quality headset.
There's also a giveaway going on. Head on over to the Sennheiser Gaming Twitter, or
Well,
BTS. I think we're linking to it. You can win
I
one
saw
for free.
that.
You don't
I
even
saw
have to buy
that.
one. I mean, you should buy one if you like Sennheiser, because the best thing about Sennheiser products is they last forever. I don't know how Sennheiser makes money, because anyone buying a headset,
That's
they're-
it, just
they're not
one and
gonna
done.
need- yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally a customer for life because you only bought one thing.
It's a bad business
That's
model.
what
you
I
know?
say.
You're
Like,
implying that
Sennheiser,
people
you're gonna make
only live
shittier
for
products.
10 years.
I already wanted one. I
Yeah,
keep
Xyclopzz
neg-
has been begging me for one of these, you know? We're going to turn away and we're going to have a headset missing, probably.
And I've been seeing a lot of beggars on my Lord's Mobile.
Hey, you calling me?
No, not you. Unless if I've been pillaging you. Have I been pillaging you?
In Lord's
yeah,
Mobile.
a
In Lord's Mobile.
Mobile.
Because that's where I do all my pillaging.
I have not actually gotten Lord's Mobile. I'm going to download it right now.
Do it right now.
This-
In fact,
come
do it
on.
right now
Right.
and use the code King's Cup for $100 worth of free items. Go download it. Go put
Okay.
in that code.
King's Cup.
King's Cup. All one word. All caps characters. I don't know if that matters.
I'll report back.
Report back
Installing.
and then try to report back on an iPhone X if possible, because if you use that code, you'd be entered to win.
So Lord's Mobile, it's the strategy game. It's number 2
MMORTS.
top grossing. It's
Clearly because of the promotion here.
and tagged as Editor's Choice.
We're
3
the editors.
million reviews, 100 million plus downloads. Rated
Wow.
PG, parental guidance advice. So if
everyone
you're a
can
really
play.
young kid out there watching our Twitch stream, you probably
First
should.
of all, you're in the wrong place. But
Oh, yeah,
secondly,
that's
ask
true.
a parent before you install this. But yes, please probably tune out if you're that. If you're so young you can't play a PG game, you probably should not be watching on Twitch.
But if
Yeah.
you're that young, you can always drink a Monster Energy, and we're gonna be
No, kids can't drink Monster's Energy. You calm
Drink
down.
responsibly.
drink responsibly
Exactly.
and draft even more responsibly. Get me a draft.
Nice.
Excuse me, King Gods. Is there a rehab in there?
I hope there's 2 rehabs in here then.
Ooh, you're having a rehab too?
You are addicted to it.
I need it.
That's why she's in rehab.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
Rehab
rehab is
for the
King's
rehab.
Cup.
Can you catch?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't throw it. Actually, it's not carbonated. It's fine. You can throw these ones.
There you go.
Yeah.
Energy ice
All right,
tea.
Danelie.
Okay, are we cracking it
3,
together?
2, 1.
Are we slapping it
Stop.
together as well?
Making the sound. This is so TV commercial, man. Really.
Beautiful. Oh, we got another ogre. The multicast rule reigns.
Oh, okay. Because we didn't hear it a single time.
Yes. Once again, Ogre Magi. Shall he multicast? We're going to change it. If he gets a 2x multicast, I want a ding ding. If he gets a 3x multicast, I want a ding ding ding, motherfucker. If he gets a 4-1, I want a ding 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 ding. You're dead.
I only want the 3 ones to pop then.
You know, the 3 could be better than the 4.
Ding dong.
No.
No. The
That
number,
was
the
your-
number of only for the Fire Blast, not
No,
for the other spells.
What
but
if Cyclops, he adds his like twist to it, right? If it's 4, it's the 4 dings, and then he can add his own like flair to the end.
Absolutely. I accept your suggestion.
Because I
You
know
are a
Cyclops is a
great King's Advisor.
fantastic character.
Yes. So if there's 4x, you choose the expletive.
Come on, man. It's just gonna come out with something kind of shady.
That's the whole point.
You know. And the one who get wrecked is me, actually. My God.
You'll be fine, Cyclops. I believe in you.
Yeah. Everyone believe in me.
Exactly.
Including Reddit, anyway.
Reddit. Let it. Okay. Surprised it's called Let It. Alright. Draft.
yeah.
Analyst.
Oh, by the way. We have like 2 first pick, which is kind of common pick. You know, we all seen these heroes from day one. Vengeful Spirits coming back to the scene. Xyclopzz, spamming Scythe. The Pugna and Ogre Magi, just to counter that Xyclopzz. Pugna. I'm sorry, the Ogre Magi. I'm not sure how they're gonna play it out. This one.
It could be
might-
offlane.
It
I
might
mean,
be a core once again.
I mean, Sandwich
But-
had really good.
But if you playing it as a core now along with Pugna, you are sure too much dependent on spells.
Okay, the cool thing, you might remember this, Cyclops. DeToNator has actually put Raging Potato on Pugna as a support before. I think this is the only team that we've seen in King's Cup so far put Pugna as a support, so it could be a support Pugna for all we know.
You got good memories.
Yes, I remembered this. It was a good Pugna game too.
That's why, I guess.
So it could be anything here for detonators. I think they just want to keep their draft open, see where they can sort of go with this, and also look at what Sterling Global Dragons wants to pick up. Earthshaker going to be there. I'm assuming this is a support Venge, so it's probably going to be a support Earthshaker partner.
Yeah.
So, what do you think Sterling Global Dragons would want to pick up in this game? Anything?
Oh, it could be anything for now because the first 3 heroes for them, I think it's quite good. Earthshaker, they got all the OP heroes in the world in this meta game. Earthshaker, Xyclopzz, Vengeful Spirits. It's kind of open up for them to pick any heroes in the last 2 picks as for their core heroes.
And Detonator's going for another versatile hero that you can put in practically any lane. If I was Sterling Global Dragons, I wouldn't know what I want.
Yeah, they might have to start thinking about all these heroes of Yoshimoto DeToNator after this. Because in the first 3 picks of Team Sterling Global Dragons, I feel that they don't have to care about the other team heroes at all. They just can pick this hero in any situations of the game. It's so like it's more like a daily heroes picks.
Daily hero challenge.
Yeah, something like that. You can pick it every day, every night.
Just trying to get through the list.
Yeah, maybe.
Really, the biggest counter is just Pugna and Necro so far. I feel like Mirana is a bit of a denial pick, though, because we've seen Jakiro plus Vengeful Spirit being used to great competency in terms of the combo potential of swap into Ice Path, and many teams like the swap into Sacred Arrow for the same reason.
So are you assuming Venge to be a core Venge?
No, not necessarily. In fact, if anything, I'm even more convinced that it was support.
I think it was Evos that did that, right? Evos did the Jakiro Venge.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
that's
would do
correct.
that,
Yeah, because that's the only team I think I saw play the Jakiro at all.
Right. And so Mirana being able to get rid of that, and plus also long-range Fissure into Arrow has tons of potential as well. Some squishy hero like a Pugna would be very susceptible to ganks like that, so I am not surprised that they're struggling so much and dipping into so much reserve time here after this Mirana was selected.
They really don't know what's going on, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. It's
But
either they don't know or they don't know what sort of comfort heroes they want to go for too. Because it's the second game, they lost the first game, you got to dip back into your comfort pool at some point.
But don't you think the swap into some kind of like ice pod and all this stuff is kind of hard to land?
Oh yeah, that's why I was super impressed
Yep.
that Evos was able to pull it off, because
Into the arrow sounds even harder.
yes, that's
Yeah.
That sounds
pretty
like-
much like a tier 1 thing that even it's like a, at the end of the day, like a swap is still useful initiation. If you land the arrow, it's almost a guaranteed insta-kill. If you don't land the arrow, you're still going to be able to get a magic missile, leap into Starstorm. It's not like you completely blow the initiation. Ice Path in the swap is way lower stakes and way easier to execute, but it's just long-range initiation always has a very high priority a lot of the times.
Bloodseeker getting 4th picked here. Now, how is this going to go for as a Bloodseeker game? Because we're seeing some heroes pop up. Decrep will prevent Bloodseeker from getting right clicks in. Mirana will be very vulnerable to the Rupture. That's great. Ogre is not necessarily a really good hero to Rupture either.
I think it's picked up almost entirely for the Moran. It's not bad against Pugna because the Blood Right stops his... Like, if you go on Pugna, you just drop a Blood Right, and he doesn't want to run. Can't really hold his ground because Silence is very good against Pugna.
And don't forget that they have so many setup heroes too. Earthshaker, Fissure, Echo Slam, Swap, Reaper Sight first.
Yep.
Now I'm thinking about how they're gonna engage the team fight for Sterling Global Dragons, because I don't think that that Bloodseeker gonna go in first. They definitely need one more guy to just be the one who just start the team for just go in first. Hey man, go, blink in, do something. If that last pick is not that kind of guy, then Earthshaker gotta do so.
So you want something like a Brewmaster to follow up with this Earthshaker kind of thing?
I kind of like that, you know.
got you.
Necroforce for mid can be mid, Bloodseeker hard carry, and something just start a team fight.
I'm just worried if they did that. So if there's a Brewmaster for Sterling Dragons, right?
Doesn't have to be a Brewmaster. It could
Like
be
a
anything that can
initiator,
start.
right?
Yeah, initiator.
They need an initiator that can do a little bit of damage too, because you look at what Sterling Global Dragons has. Bloodseeker relies mostly on the Rupture to do most of his damage. Necrophos, he's not too bad, but he wants those long drawn out fights. And look at DeToNator's lineup. Their lineup is great at burst. They could just blow people up.
Elsie?
You think Elsie?
I don't know, it's good with the damage.
Well, they banned out Huskar and Puck, so...
Weaver's still in there too.
Puck, man, that's a forgotten hero somewhat.
Ooh, welcome back, Shadow Demon. We saw him yesterday.
Shaodin.
Yeah, it was specifically against Necrophos.
Against the Necro, yeah, similar idea.
Yeah.
Also,
Played a similar role to Bane, just to
Right.
get those saves off.
Yeah, and the offensive purge against Ghost Shroud too.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very good counter.
Very good against Necro. They got 2 heroes against him, Pugna and also Shaodin.
Yeah, I mean Lina's similar thing. A lot of magic burst damage against Necro. A lot of burst damage against Bloodseeker, who can be pretty squishy. You always want to have burst damage against Bloodseeker. Last pick, Venomancer.
Yeah, let's go in with a Libyan truck. Just release all the stuff. Have you ever played Red Alert, GoDz?
I have played Red Alert, yeah. Red
Yeah,
Alert 2.
you
Yeah,
remember
Red Alert 2.
the Libya that they have like, my truck is lost, and they just goes in and then boom.
I don't remember that.
Ice Adventure.
What are you watching?
You never play Soviet?
Nah, I played
Yeah.
I played the. I don't know. I didn't play
America.
Soviet, I think. Yeah, I think I played America.
Get lost.
With the little GI soldiers.
Get lost.
told the king to get lost.
I mean, it's so easy to play America. You just drop the parachutes everywhere in the map.
Yeah.
And that's nothing we could do, you know.
You're everywhere. You're the entire map. You can just go wherever you want.
God.
You had the thing that took away all the fog of war also, didn't you?
Yeah, and it shoot the aura truck.
Yeah.
Right.
GoDz is a tier whore. Now you're only just now learning this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Take
but
the easy way.
that's
through the game.
that's kind. I think the MC way is just going to be like him. So all you do is just go in, release poison, and then
Aren't they remaking the
whatever.
Red Alert games?
Yes, apparently they are.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
So I had played. There was like an open source version called OpenRA where someone like rewrote the first Red Alert from like the ground up, and it was pretty fun. They did like some balancing issues because originally like tanks used to be able to run over infantry, and infantry were like useless as a result. So they rebalanced that. But then EA like a week ago went into their subreddit and like the Command and Conquer subreddit and other stuff, and they're like, "Yo, we want to do this right. We're gonna remake it. Tell us what you want." And everyone was like, "No microtransactions." And they were like, "Okay,
yeah, EA's doing
but
this,
what
okay."
else?" Yeah, exactly. So hopefully it turns out well. I have high hopes. It seems to be like an RTS renaissance
I love
happening
the whole
upon us.
Nice.
no microtransactions.
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
Alright, all the heroes are ready. Well, can I ask you which one do you prefer?
This last pick, Venno, really pushed me in favor of Sterling Global Dragons.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you.
I'm going Sterling Global Dragons.
I'm gonna go SGD too, but not because of last pick viewer, but because all the heroes of Team DeToNator are so like you depend so much on the spells. What if somebody just make a Black King bar?
You make it sound as if they can make it at minute 1. My
oh
king,
yeah,
shall
true.
we go into the game?
Yeah, we shall.
Game me.
You're an awful weird.
No, I'm not.
You're not awful? Okay. Okay, Smoke on Smoke. Nazjo is gonna get a shock of his life. Okay, that's first blood. Good night, my sweet prince. Nazjo giving my first
Giving
blood.
it to the mid.
That's too fast.
Yep. I'm gonna go with DeToNator on this one. You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
like
going
this?
with DeToNator.
Even
Wow,
before,
thank you.
Come on.
I think DeToNator's a better team.
even
it's
before
really
God.
before the first blood.
Technically, DeToNator is a better team.
I think they're a better team.
But I like the potential of this Venomancer because we saw last time what a Veno was capable of doing. I don't think you were here, GoDz. I think this was with Jenkins. Tsunami
Okay.
should
Yeah,
remember.
it was a Moon Meander Veno.
They don't have much burst damage for
No,
Necro,
it
which I
was-
don't like.
It was before Moon Meander picked it up. Was it Sterling Global Dragons that picked it up, and then Tigers sort of took
If it
on?
was, I mean, that Venomancer didn't really leave an impression. It was Moon's Veno that I was like, oh, okay, I can see what the purpose of this hero is. Like, there was one when the Veno, yeah, it was the same kind of idea. The Veno and the Bloodseeker were on the same team. So, again, like you had iterated earlier, long team fights is in the best interest of SGD, because a lot of Heartstopper, a lot of poison damage from Venomancer, and then
then you got
Bloodseeker
the-
gets thirstier and thirstier.
Yep.
And heroes like Lina,
Bestie boy.
Mirana, and Ogre with Fire Blast can be pretty good for short team fights, though.
Right.
That's where I feel like they're going to be okay at least.
So we'll see what Sterling Global Dragons wants to do. How do they build their heroes so that they're going to be sustainable? Raging Potatoes on the Ogre Magi going to be running past Nazjo. Do you want to do introductions, Xyclopzz?
Yes.
Would you like to introduce first?
For Team Sterling Global Dragons on the dire side, MC on Venomancer, Nashville on the Necrophos, Hornwell on Vengeful Spirits, Rampo on Bloodseeker, and Kitrich on the Earthshaker.
On the side of DeToNator, oh, we got a gank in that top lane. It's going to be Shadow Demon, Arrow combo. Can they get Janual? So close, he's trying to juke through the tree lines, but oh, it gets taken down regardless. On the side of DeToNators, we have Raging Potato on the Ogre Magi, Ben-Hur on the Lina, we have RR on the Shadow Demon, YSC on the Mirana, and Sam H on Lepugna. So
Yeah, that's a good combo. Shadow Demon Arrow, but I don't think they can pull out that much in this lane because Mirana also need to farm. To land that combo, Mirana need to be a little bit of our place from distance and trying to shoot. So that's good. Get one kills out of this one.
They can definitely grab some kills with this. If anything though, they just, as you said, just let this Mirana farm, let her get her levels, start leveling up some of those skills. Just focus on that farm. That's basically all you really want to do with her.
Maybe.
Middle lane though, Ben-Hur almost dying to Nasri. Nasri getting a little overconfident, getting some of those tower pot shots. Nice salve there for Ben. Just going to heal all the way back up.
Did he spend his salve?
Yes, he used a salve.
Oh. Yeah, he could just wait a little bit.
Got a Gale coming out from that Venom onto Sam H in that bottom lane. It's only level 1 Gale, so it doesn't necessarily do that much damage. You just build it up for the slow.
Ben-Hur Yoshimoto is doing very good in the middle. 10 CS, 49. Maybe because... Oh, wait, top.
Top lane. Gonna go on to Rampo, and unfortunately Januel can't do anything. He's only got the 1 point into Wave of Terror. So it's just a free kill for this Ogre Mirana lane.
This Ogre went level 1 Bloodlust, right? Was it
Yeah.
crazy?
What
okay.
a champ.
Look, let him do what he wants, okay?
Okay, I was like, they're getting kills and doing stuff with a level 1 Bloodlust Ogre.
In the previous game, they also went for a level 1 Bloodlust, but that one is Ogre Core, but this guy is Ogre Core.
We're gonna go for another kill. This time it's gonna be onto Raging Potato.
Ooh.
Stun is there. It's gonna keep the Bloodseeker away. He's thirsty, but he's not thirsty enough. Instead, we're gonna kill onto Sam H, though. It's in the bottom lane.
If only the guy just stunned wrong peeps, then he just died. Yeah, he stunned out the Bloodseeker.
Yep, that's all he needed to do. The Bloodseeker is the one that's really chasing him down. So, it's all good for Ogre. He's a tanky boy as well. He'll just eat some of these trees. Just need some greens, make him big and strong.
Yeah.
So bottom lane looks like our Venomancer gonna have to preemptively pop that magic stick, gonna heal up. Now RR's in trouble, has no mana, a little bit of HP left. Macy should drop first. And it looks like Macy does.
That was a good
Great
trade. Rampo on top once again.
Oh, they get the kill onto RR, Raging Potato. And also wanting to do some damage onto the Mirana. I don't think Rampo's going to be able to kill her, but I think the lanes are sort of equalized here. They're catching up in the CS. Except bottom, they want to try and go onto this Earthshaker. It's going to be a sad shaker if he dies. Oh, 3 poison stat.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
He gets
4.
He needs
No.
more. He needs I don't even know if 5 would be enough.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
with the damage.
Turnaround Gale off onto the Shadow Demon. Okay, RR maybe got a little overconfident with these poison stacks. He's going to drop to the Shaker and the Venomancer. Sam H looking to grab the snipe. Gets the damage. Gets the enchant totem. Oh, he might go for the turnaround onto Sam H instead. He dies. Great coordination from our Venom and Earthshaker. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we lose the Bloodseeker and the Venge.
No, see, yeah, what happened in top lane is the Bloodseeker almost get rid of that Raging Potato, but he make another good decisions again. This is like 2 times in a row for a Raging Potato that stun the right people at the right time.
So who was the right hero?
He just now. I mean, he was running away from the Bloodseeker, and I believe that if he run like 2 or 3 steps more, he will surely go down by attack the Bloodseeker will attack him on the back.
Looks like Venge will die here. Januel gonna drop to the Mirana and Ogre again.
But what he did, he actually turned around and stunned Bloodseeker. Pop up the magic stick first, get the last bit of magic stick and stun that Bloodseeker and hit him one last hit.
Ooh,
Bloodseeker died.
Gotta be careful. I could see Kiritz was trying to posture himself to get a fissure off onto that Pugna. And Venom is actually not one hero you want to decrep against, because you're going to be taking that bonus magic damage. So gotta be careful in that bottom lane. We haven't said anything about middle lane Cyclops. How's middle lane going?
It's just going so, yeah.
The CS?
Pretty even, but I think Ben-Hur doing.
Lane is crushing.
Yeah. Yeah, true that.
Champ.
32, man. But I mean, he haven't get a chance to kill that.
Lena also got the first blood, which helps a lot.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the Venom almost dropping. Macy just getting out of range. It's not going to be enough there from our Pugna, although RR trying
every
to get some
lane
poison.
is so fighting. Everyone was so busy. There's no downtime at all. Like you don't. I mean, when you are playing mid lane in the game like this, you don't want.
Oh, top lane looking to get the Mirana. Silence connects. Rampo still chasing. Is he thirsty? Oh, the stun coming in. The Lina coming in to help as well. Rampo gets shut down, and they're also going to go for the Venge.
I love this maneuver from that Ben-Hur. I was about to say that in this kind of game, mid lane, do not expect any support from your supporter because everyone was so busy. The only thing you can do is just, if you don't feel good in the lane, just move.
Fissure. Not
And
giving
try
enough.
gank left and right.
Yeah, I don't know which rune she got because she made it to the top lane very quickly.
Ben Hur
No.
gonna run into Kirit.
I don't think it's just a walk, but he went like quite
I
long.
think she had a haste rune bottled up.
Haste?
Oh.
When Lena was click mid, she had a haste rune.
Ah, you're right, you're right.
From like 6 minutes, maybe.
Hit enter for me if you don't mind, Obs. Yeah, it's the money right there.
There we go. Cool.
Sam Edge eating up the bottom tower too.
So we're only 6 minutes in, but that was a second there where Ogre was number 4 on net worth, ahead of like, as in like with these 3 teammates. So right now, Radiant are crushing it in terms of these lanes.
Ogre is sitting on 4 kills and 3 assists
Yeah.
as a support.
Oh my.
That's a lot for.
Seems like he gonna get a lot of levels and items on this one, and will be a lot of ding ding ding.
Oh, you getting ready for the dings?
Yeah.
Ding
Cyclopzz?
dings. Just ding
Start
dings
with some
to
ding
start.
dings. And some ding 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 motherfuckers.
Oh, no ding ding there. Oh, nice block from the Vengeful Spirit to make sure Rampo doesn't get hit by the arrow. They lose the support. Rampo still
Error.
running away. Gonna juke into the tree line. Look at Raging Potato. He really wants this Rampo. Gonna try and tank the
Is
tower.
that-
Stun is there. Creeps will come in as well. TP in from the Shaker. They don't have the damage yet. Mirana's here. Starfall not enough. Pops is one that's gonna keep him alive. And the Rupture to return Rampo. Wow, the support from Kirit's coming in to save the day.
Too
No Mirana
crazy.
kill, but they got the streak off of Potato.
That's a classic Raging Potato play right there.
Too crazy.
That
Too
guy is
crazy.
a bit of a madman.
Well, he is kind of playing a hero that represents his name. He looks like a big blue potato.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's
known
not.
for being like, he used to be a mid player and make a lot of throwy plays from time to time. He's very talented. But
You remember that.
he
Good
is,
Good
yeah,
memory, my man.
he throws a lot. I guess as a support, you know, you can do that and it's like, oh, I'm just an ogre, it's fine.
But yeah, a very big lead ogre. And it feels like it's actually some kind of the mental game too. It's like, oh, you know, I'm dying, but yeah, just see my attention. I'm just gonna hunt you wherever you are. I'm tenacious.
Shaker in trouble. Gonna be jumped on by RR and Sam H. He's got no support around, so I think they're just gonna sack him here.
Didn't
Still
get the
running.
fissure block.
Yeah, so... Oh, I think the poison popped before the Decrepit, doesn't matter.
Good job
Yeah.
by Sam Edge.
Goes down. While this is all happening, Macy's actually farming the Ancients with his Plague Wards.
That's, I think, more a sign of his desperation than anything at this point, though.
His net worth isn't looking too great either. He's only 400 gold over the Ogre. That's a bit concerning. If anything, the net worth on the Dire heroes are very concerning. Top lane, Rampo got destroyed by this Mirana Ogre lane. Middle lane, Nastro didn't do that well versus the Lina, and then Venno. I mean, the Venno lane wasn't too bad. It's just that he didn't really get farmed. Top lane looks like they're going to lose the Bloodseeker. No, not quite. Almost there. Support coming in just in time. Unless he wants to backstab YSC. Looking for the backstab. Okay, Chant Totem by Kirit, leaping forward, doesn't get the Starfall. They're still going. The stun from the Venge onto Ogre. Kirit still sticking around the Rupture again. Has YSC just gone completely ham? Oh, he may have a bit more. He gets the kill onto the Mirana and Raging Potato. Can't do anything.
Heads up, nice Bloodseeker play. Just stood far enough away where he couldn't get gone on and gets a Rupture out.
Exactly. Gonna turn around though. Now Rampo not feeling too confident, especially with the Ignite on him.
Oh, that's it. He's about to get pretty low from that Ignite.
Yep. Okay.
That's nice.
Now with Nasjo here, they should be able to get Raging Potato.
Yeah.
He says, "I want some revenge."
Nice.
Ahem.
What?
Yeah, I saw multicast. I
The
saw
ding.
2x. Yes, thank you.
Oh, it doesn't
Ding,
have to be
ding.
Xyclopzz. It's
Oh.
whoever.
Oh, okay.
No, this is for the
Cyclops,
casters.
Pay attention, Cyclops.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was looking at how the guys just really want to kill the Ogre Magi with their Reaper side.
If you're watching them kill the ogre, you should have seen the ding ding.
Yeah, but he was watching the Necro, not the
Yeah,
Ogre.
I was in Necro because I see that he's very determined to just Reaper side, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was like the kill was set up for the Necro first.
Alright, looks like we've got a little bit of farming time here. We're still seeing Macy farm in this bottom lane. The creep wave's pushed in, so the Venno will be able to get a little bit of secured farm. But you can tell with the how Sterling Global Dragons are moving that they don't feel that great farming by themselves around the map, worried that they could get picked off. It's definitely true as well. I mean, DeToNators, they're a team that are very happy to go in for rotations for ganks. So they smoked up the supports. I suppose they're going to hide behind the Mirana and hope someone's here, but This tower is abandoned. Oh, okay, smoke in the middle lane. Could they get Ben-Hur? They want to go for the wraparound. Earthshaker leading the way, followed by the Bloodseeker. See if they can nab him.
Oh,
Lena's got a
okay.
Yules, mind you. And you could tell, very cautious. They're actually drawn a circle on the map, so I figure they kind of noticed that this was popping around. They've thrown the ward down as well. They don't see anyone. It's going to be the Radiant going for a kill instead. Onto Nasjo. He is by himself right next to the tower. If they need to, they could TP in. Get TP in the bench. Okay, ding, ding, onto the Necro first. Januar's come in, gone for the stun. They don't manage to save Nasjo, unfortunately. And Januar's here by himself. The rest of his team, where are they? They're a little bit late to this party. Rampo's come in, but he's pulling the creep wave.
Good job, Danelie.
Thanks for thanks for not helping Cyclops.
Well, he just gave you moral support.
He's not doing anything.
He's just, you know, he's doing that.
Okay.
I don't want to
Cyclops,
interrupt.
break down the 5 for me, co-caster,
What
please.
happened,
Yeah,
Cyclops?
what happened?
Break down the fight just now.
Analyze.
It's pretty much like a mistake by Team SGD. It's just like got our place, got caught by the ding ding by Raging Potato.
I love how
Very
it's
good.
so vague. Were you even watching the fight?
Sometimes you get caught by the ding ding.
Yeah,
What more
did.
is there to say?
I was watching. Yeah, I was watching the fight just now. Ding ding. All right.
Oh my
dig.
god, so late. Thanks, Cyclops. You're
Well,
legendary
I mean, these
Crowcast.
type heroes, yeah, supposed to win the early game. Of course, so many spells, easy to set up with the a lot of single target spell, Fire Blast, and also the Shadow Demon. The disruption is playing a big role for setting up for both Mirana and also Lina. Very easy to play in the in early game to mid, but I kinda skeptical for the late game. How they gonna do when that Bloodseeker or Master get played? That is the bottom lane kill, Rambo.
Yes,
But
pretty
I
good.
want to point out something in this lane that I feels like DeToNator are the kind of team that always have a very good control of the sentry and also the wards. But in this game, I think it's kind of lack of the vision so many times in the fight. And the reason that they won the team fight just now because they accidentally found someone first. Not that they have a vision cover, but right now this is place another observer ward here, which is a good spot.
Speaking of wards, actually, the wards from Sterling Global Dragons, they're great aggressive wards and backstab wards, but when it comes to actually looking for detonators, if detonators are playing aggressive, these wards don't really provide them that much vision. Whereas you take a look at the wards coming out from detonators, they've also got aggressive vision as well, so neither team is actually defensively spotting anyone out, they're looking for kills. So
maybe the
no one
reason
really
that they
knows.
don't have to play so many observer wards is because they're eating up many towers already for team DeToNator.
I suppose so. Got a smoke coming in for the entire detonator lineup, so they're looking for kills. They're hungry, and I think it's a matter of who do they find. If they run into Rampo, this could be a pretty big deal because Rampo's only got a hand of Midas. He's got to go fast. Moonlight Shadow. Rampo knows what's up. There are pings everywhere. He's like, please God, help me.
Come on,
You'll
give
stop
me a
by
ding
Lina. The silence is there. Oh,
Ding
they're
ding!
going-
Yeah.
Where was that?
Hey!
Who's that? It was the
Not bad,
ogre.
isn't it?
Oh, was
No.
it there?
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
there.
see it.
You haven't saw the fight?
I didn't see. There's too many animations.
Ah.
Pink Cyclops.
Well, that's the same reason as me.
You
I have an important question.
Yeah.
Is anyone afraid of spiders?
afraid of spiders?
Everyone's
doesn't like
afraid of
spiders?
spider.
Oh, maybe
Are you?
Cyclops.
Are you afraid of spiders?
I'm not afraid of spider. I just move out.
Okay.
He just moves out.
Tsunami, no?
I'm not a fan of spiders.
Okay. There was a spider on the king's chair, so just a heads up to any prospective Series 3 kings.
That sounds
you may
like
have to
some
deal with some
bullshit.
spiders.
I think you're
Okay.
making that up.
I kid you not.
I think you just want to hold on to the throne.
I mean, it doesn't change anything.
For all you know, gods, you may have just
the
sat on
system
it.
chooses
Oh,
a king.
right.
you know?
Faith in the system.
The system is going to put whoever here deserves
Right.
to be here.
Of
but
course.
I believe in
Um,
the system.
I believe in the system
So
too.
you want to be on the
Apparently, the
king's chair.
system has put a spider up here alongside the king. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, my Ebola. Come back. Oh,
Let
okay.
me readjust.
Okay.
Back to the game.
Yay! 10k ahead in only around like 16 minutes. This is such a big lead.
A lot of this
Boy.
is tower gold, though. If you take a look at the tower situation, there's just one tower for Sterling Global Dragons, whereas detonators, they've taken all the top lanes, towers. They're going for the last middle lane tower, and the bottom tower, they've still got T2, but it's a lot of tower gold. So if you take all the tower gold out of the equation, it's not that high. So there is still a chance for Sterling Global Dragons to turn it around.
Kapow! Look at that.
They've got a lot of work to do though, because Macy has decided to build defensively first, finishing up a pipe instead of his Veil. So fighting, I mean, when he gets the Veil, this is when Macy's going to be quite lethal, because that's when the poison damage will start to tick. Are we going to see any defensive items on the side of DeToNators for this poison? Because it's going to start ticking eventually.
Maybe the Ogre could get like the pipe or Glimmer. Looks like he's the Spirit Vessel for now. BKBs from Mirana and Lina, I imagine.
Mirana is going to pick hers up soon, so that's going to be available for her. The Lina's still going to be rather squishy, going for a Shadow Blade first, only at 1k HP.
And yeah, Bloodseeker, as I mentioned before, that they need to focus on getting a Black King bar first to improve their life. They can't fight at all with all these early game spells, the Chain Stunt and the Laguna Blades and stuff. Stay the Black King bar, my man. You're gonna be fine.
Smoke Gate coming in from the Dire side. Who are they gonna find? If it's just gonna be RR, this is great for DeToNators because they're not gonna lose a major hero. They're gonna sit on the high ground. If it's a Pugna, it's a different situation. Do they have the vision? I don't know if that ward spotted what they were looking for. They're under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. There's no sentries. They do not have any vision of this. And I think, okay, the pings are coming out. They know where they are. Oh, they're right next to Ding Ding onto our Necrophos. There's a nice swap though to prevent that from. No, he still got stunned by the arrow. Januar's going to come into the north. They lose Nazjo right off the bat, so there's going to be no Reaper Scythe for their team at all. Rampo's running away. He is thirsty, but he can't do any damage. Macy sitting in the front lines. He's got no mana for Poison Nova. They get the Ogre in the river though. We've got Ben-Hur cleaning up the Vengeful Spirit. Rampo, he's a bit concerned. He doesn't want to go into this fight because he doesn't have any setup from his team. Macy's still going to stick around. Okay, Fissure going down. Going to be able to keep the Mirana in place for a little bit, but they just don't have the necessary lockdown. It's just the Venom and the Bloodseeker left.
MC, a bit too late to releasing his ultimate. I mean, he got a chance before, but he kind of hesitated because I think it's all about the team communication. When somebody got attacked first, got gone on like the Necrophos, and the fact that they have to use the defensive swap, that's actually creating some hesitate in SGD communication, whether if they want to fight or they just gonna leave that Vengeful Spirit
almost
die.
get hit with the point blank arrow. It's gonna be fine. Nazjo's nearby.
I mean, if you want to commit, just go full in, you know. Start the fight. Even though it just hit 2 guys on the Venomancer, the Poison no one, just do it. I'm pretty sure that Rampo can clean those 2 guys that infected by Poison Nova up real quick.
One thing that I am a little bit worried about is that Macy is going to have some mana issues. He's got his Veil picked up, he's got his Pipe, and he's been spamming a lot of these spells in the fights. And unfortunately, as a Veno, Poison Nova is very pricey, 300 mana, plus everything on top of that. So if Macy doesn't get the Poison Nova off early in the fight, we did see before, he ran out of mana and he had a Nova available.
I think it's
He's
pretty okay
relying on the
for
magic
him
wand for charges.
because right now the fight is not going to be longer than 30 seconds. So in that 30 seconds, you can only use 2 times of the Venoma scale, which is around 250, plus the 300 Poison Nova, so it's 550. Then you still got around 220 just to spam your Plague Ward. That is pretty much enough. It's just that
if you want the long fights though, you want to keep spamming your spells. So
but my point is that's a cooldown. You cannot just go for that many in real life situations.
The real life situations. Okay, thanks for the life tip, Xyclopzz.
I'm life coach
Moonlight Shadow. There is no sentry walls. They don't see any of this. They're gonna go right onto Rampo. They're gonna keep Macy in place. He doesn't even use the Poison Nova at all. He uses it way too last minute. Rupture is gonna be there. Rampo is gonna get destroyed and eaten up by that Pugna. That's 2 heroes dead for Sterling Global Dragons. They don't get any more kills. We're going to start seeing the poison tick, but I mean, Lina used the BKB. She's mitigating most of the damage.
Good point that you pointed out that he used it later. He actually did it in the previous fight. It's about this kind of problem will happen when they got gone on first. I'm pretty sure that if they are the one who strike first, well, he won't hesitate to just use the Venom scale. I'm sorry, the Poison Nova, but well, it's down to team communication now, I guess.
Well, speaking of which, what is Earthshaker looking like on his Blink Dagger progress?
He's got it.
Oh, well.
So I gotta say it's a bit interesting. We haven't really seen any.
Poor
any
Venge has
big
like
team
9
fights.
sentries queued up. This is my life, guys.
I
know
wonder.
my place.
It's like if you have it queued up. Hey guys, I'm going to buy it, but you don't buy it.
I swear I'm good for the money. We're not gonna get Moonlight Shadow ganked for the 3rd time this game.
Yeah, they've used Moonlight Shadow so well the last 2 team fights to initiate in.
But they have been punishing Sterling Global Dragons for the lack of detection.
It's hard because like you can't just walk around and play sentries everywhere you go. I mean you can, it's just super expensive. It's not really a value way to play Dota.
Yeah, in that last fight, Ogre was staring at Bloodseeker, waiting for the Miranda to get into position, and then as soon as she had a clear line of sight, he went for the Fire Blast stun. Luckily, Vengeful Spirit was quick on the fingers to get the swap out.
It's 2 fights in a row where there's a swap out, but they still die because the arrow lands and the arrow gives vision.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
actually really important because the fight before it was Necro got swapped out, but into Fog, but it's not because the arrow had already hit. So
Moonlight Shadow again going to be deployed by this Mirana, and Macy's in the front lines. There is going to go back into detection. Oh, they're going to see it now, and also the Plague Wards will reveal that as well. And you can see everyone on the side of DeToNators. They're going to defuse the gank. Are they smoking? Ooh, okay, it's going to be a counter smoke on the side of Sterling Global Dragons.
They have all
Who
their
do they
ults.
find?
They have Blink Shaker.
If they're going to go into Benho, they need to insta-stun lock her right now because she's got a BKB and a Yules, plus a Shadow Blade. Who is their primary target? They're going to try and bait out with the Veno, I believe. Look at the side of DeToNators sitting behind that tree line. Who goes first? That's the bigger question. They're putting some wards and sentries down just to grab some of this vision. The stun off onto the Veno. He's pretty tanky. He's got a pipe. He's popped it. He hasn't used the Poison Nova. There we go. He does finally use it. BKB was used on the Mirana.
Oh, what a
Echo
BKB.
is there. Oh, the BKB onto Ben-Hur. Doesn't do anything. Earthshaker's efforts and time wasted. Rambo slowed to hell. Being chased down by the enemy squad. He isn't going anywhere. The Pugna's right. You're only making it worse. And Rampo is dead.
they're dominating.
It's all about the positioning. I'm not sure why they haven't managed to get maybe because of it's too much pressure on that Earthshaker to be the one who strike first, or I don't know. They leave that Venomancer stay alone in the river, and when he got attacked, the rest of them just on the left hand side. And that even have to force the Venomancer to just release the Poison Nova unwillingly, and it only hit one guy.
It was just the Mirana who BKB'd.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how DeToNator knew to stay on the eastern side of the mid lane, because they were baiting the Veno. They were like, okay, someone's bound to go on this Veno eventually, and our Shaker is, we'll fissure block them into the river. Echo Slam activation should be fine to keep whoever else is in the backline stun locked. But Veno just got approached from such a weird angle that all of SGD were like, do we go in? I mean, I don't see anyone. I just see this Mirana. I can't go on her. She has a BKB activated.
I don't think DeToNator knew to stay on that side. It was more like a slight luck thing, but at the same time, even if, let's say the rest of SGD were in a better position to help out, they can't because of the BKB. They don't have anything that threatens really through BKB. You can rupture, but that Mirana's just going to stand there, BKB, and finish off that Veno kill regardless.
I will say there are still there's some signs of life here for Sterling Global Dragons. They're not being demolished. They're still finding farm. DeToNator is not necessarily feeling that confident because you can see the way that they're moving. They don't feel that great splitting up some of their supports. They're more or less staying together. If it's a Mirana, she can leap away. She's not afraid of the disables on the side of Sterling Global Dragons. And the Lena's rather fast with the BKB and Aegis. So they don't feel that great. They're scared of some of these ganks coming in from the Dragons, because Reaper Scythe is still going to be an issue. Just give him a couple kills, and that's probably going to be enough farm to get some BKBs, defensive items, and the game might flip on its head because Macy's getting his eggs. And a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, playing pretty carefully, despite the big lead they have.
Oh,
but they're finding kill after kill.
Oh, bye.
It's so easy for these easy spells to do. in early game to mid. It even strong in late game if when her getting his Aghanim Scepter, but it doesn't matter. He at this point with such a big lead, he could go for something to defend himself like a Lincoln Sphere. And I'm pretty sure that he just won the game, end the game with his next item, Lincoln Sphere.
Smoke after smoke from DeToNators.
Yeah, this one was scattered by a ward at least, so shouldn't get any kills, but I think they also realize that and they're just going to push. With Aegis, double damage, get some damage out.
There is a Venom on this team, so they could throw out some Plague Wards, but with the Lena's long range and the Pugna consistently blasting, the tower's not going to last for long. Double damage Lena with the Aegis. Just going to start working down those Raxes really quickly as well.
Potential swap in.
Glyph. Using the Shadow Blade. They've got no detection to spot her out. LSA just to speed it up. Nice swap though onto the Lena. She's still going to stand there. She's got an Aegis. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. She has an Aegis. They Dagon off the Vengeful Spirit. She's not going to be there. BKB was already used by Ranpo and Rupture. So Rupture is down. They've got no Venge. They're going to keep on chasing with Macy. Okay, Poison Nova doing some good work, slowing them down, but it's not really going to kill anyone. Are they trying to boost up Rampo?
Okay.
Is he going to get thirsty?
Raging Potatoes the sacrifice.
Ogre, yeah.
Who did Bloodseeker rupture?
He ruptured the
Lena,
Lena,
right? The
Lena.
first life?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Lena should just BKB'd on the first life, because she had double damage. She would have gotten some kills there.
I don't know. I was the problem is that when Shaker Shaker didn't spend slam at all, and that's why she insta BKB'd on respawn on Aegis, because she was like, okay, I spent my first life. If anything, I thought that Shaker should have gone in with its slam on the first life, and then you saved Rupture for the second life, because she got swapped into the enemy base. So
I don't think they're going to be able to save this.
Oh no.
This Rampo is dead. Januel all by himself. It's taken by Sam H. Oh, Macy's coming. He's got no Poison Nova. He's very brave for doing this. Going to try and fight Sam H, but you're not going to be able to contest a Pugna. But nice Reaper Scythe finally from Nadster, getting them a massive kill.
He didn't want to be dead.
Insta buyback.
That seems a bit unnecessary.
It's a Reaper kill.
Insta
And that's being a pub-up buying back. I'm like, we're at Brack. Escape to the bag.
Okay, fine.
If he dies, though, he's going to be dead for a really long time.
No, I think they know they are playing against the time bomb.
That's true. BKBs are lacking right now on Dire.
Do you remember the match that we saw like maybe back 2 days ago, that they used to have a very big early game? They lost to the Necro Force with the Radiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. They realize that, okay, we rely on a lot of magical spells, and we actually have our limit of time. If we let that Necro Force get more item, it sure goes. It's really hard to go high ground. They just have to like show that they are so want to end the game. They want to put the pressure on them. Oh, Echo Slam!
Okay, Echo gonna be using it on the Lena. Pop's BKB swap is there, and that's the extra damage that they needed.
That is a very good catch. That is a very good catch, especially that Lena with no buyback. They can delay the game for at least 1 minute. They can have some time to farm.
I can understand this ticking time bomb scenario, because if you look at the Sterling Dragons lineup, some of their spells, when they're level 3, the cooldown on it is so short you'll have it available for every single fight, whereas if you're DeToNator, you want to hit them while they have these massive gaps between the cooldown durations. In particular, that Poison Nova, if the Venom manages to get an Ags, the cooldown on that is almost available for every single fight. Even some fights, he'll be able to do it twice. So, want to be careful with that. Swap. I mean, swap is amazing at all levels. If you get that second and third point, you're never going to be able to hit the Venge before she hits the swap.
At this point, I think Bloodseeker also want to go for the Radiance, but he has to stop it because Necro Force is doing it.
Necrophos, his ult is the biggest thing. This Ags, if he gets an Ags.
Oh, he got spot down by Macy. You gotta get out of there.
Macy's gotta get out.
Hell no.
He's gotta blink. So he's gonna run. Raging Potato, no mobility item.
Spam Plague Wards, my man. Yeah, keep it coming. I love that. All the CC camera. Put it all over the city.
These CC cameras hurt Xyclopzz.
Yeah?
They're annoying.
What?
They're the Plague Wards. They're annoying.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Spotting at everything you do in your life.
Ticking at, yeah?
Have you ever... How many tickets do you get from speeding?
Sorry?
Oh, none. I've never spent in my life.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness.
I've actually, last time I got pulled over for speeding, I talked my way out of it because the guy was a Dota player.
Really?
Oh,
Dude, that's the
It
dream.
was
How?
perfect.
For any celebrity, that's the dream.
I was in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah.
What?
This is the middle of nowhere.
Wait, why were you driving in Kansas to
I was
begin
driving
with?
across the country.
Oh,
So
okay.
this was a few years ago with my ex, and she was moving out, so yada yada.
Okay.
So driving
Yada,
across the
yada.
country.
Okay.
Yeah, I got pulled over. This guy didn't know who I was. It wasn't like he was just a casual gamer, and he
Okay.
did play Dota. And then he just started talking to us about what I do, and it's just like really like oh wow, that's so cool and stuff. Lets me off.
Wow.
Best day. This was like at 4 in the morning as well, because we're just trying to get out to
How
LA
did
as
you
soon as
even like
possible.
start the whole Dota/gaming conversation?
He was just asking what I do because I didn't have a U.S. driver's license. I have an Australian one. So it was
Oh,
like,
you're using
I
an Aussie
think I had to show him my
license.
passport. Be like, oh, I work in the U.S. Yada yada. That's great.
Man.
Champ, I hear you're quite the driver yourself, or you used to be.
Yeah, it used to be long ago.
So why is it used to be?
Because I quit driving fast anymore.
Is there a reason why?
So what, if you couldn't drive fast, then you might as well not drive at all? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's just I don't want to end up.
It's
on
like
the
he
street,
used to be
man.
a driver, now he's just a driver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
a normal driver,
Ah,
a family
okay.
guy driver.
Family
Right,
friendly.
right.
Yeah.
Get yourself a minivan.
Yeah, why not? Actually, our guy Adrian driving very cool, man.
Yeah,
I
he
love him.
drives
He's
that
a great
minivan.
driver.
He is a great driver.
Uh.
LA driving does not seem easy.
No, it doesn't.
And you guys are from Southeast Asia. You know all about crazy driving.
Oh my God,
Our
you-
crazy
you
driving
should-
is a bit weird.
No, you should
Not-
try driving in Bangkok. Please.
Yeah,
Oh wait.
Bangkok is
Got a
the most
gank
insane.
in the top lane. They managed to find the Venge with the arrow. That's going to be the Venge. Oh, here comes Macy. Oh, he gets not the greatest. Not the greatest.
He's on the cliff.
Yeah,
Ah.
Mirana's stuck on the cliff. He's got no leap charge. He's got 2 leap charges available if he wants to use it. He's going to use it, but he's hit with the rupture. He doesn't want to leap down. He's really, really low on HP.
Oh, the disruption.
Rambo really wants that Mirana. He wants some kitty cat. He's got it. That's going to be the Mirana dead. It's 2 versus 1. This Lina really wants to kill off Macy the Venomancer. He's still trying to run. He's got blink in 3 seconds. He's still trying to go. Van Ho going to kill off the Necrophos instead. And the only survivor is this Venomancer at
Buy
200
back.
HP.
Buy back.
You're going to have to buy
back.
back
I'll
if they
buy
want to
back, yeah.
defend.
I don't know.
Here we
I
go.
think you need to buy back 10 seconds ago,
Everyone.
really.
Okay.
I don't know what Necro's chilling for.
T3 taking lots of damage, especially from Benho. This Lina attacks really fast. But
Oh.
they're too afraid to approach.
There's
They
the
don't have their
buyback. You may
ultimates.
already lose your melee Exo.
Okay, there's a swap available on the Venge if they want to use it, but you don't really want to use it on an Ogre. You would love to use it on this Lina. Tower goes down and that's all the buybacks used.
Once again, that I don't know why the timing. If you get killed first in team fight, you down to 4 versus 5. There's such a big gap around like 15k
Demon.
ahead just now. It's
Shadow
just
Demon
impossible
gonna
to
set
win.
up for his team. Gonna go into Janual. He's squishy. Oh, Raging Potato comes in under the cover of his Glimmer Cape, killing off both of these supports.
This is not the first time.
This isn't good though. Macy's gonna start chasing Raging Potato. Nazjo's here as well. There's a big poison
Yes.
nova onto 3
Yes,
heroes.
come on.
Moonlight Shadow, do they have the detection for this? Lina coming in from the back, wanting to kill off this Necrophos. He's gonna go under the cover of his Ghost Shroud. Oh, they
Oh
get the
my.
kill onto the Bloodseeker.
She healed
Rampo
too.
is dead. That's a dieback, and Nazjo's gonna go down as well.
Oh,
Mirana
no.
coming to save the day, and it's a complete team wipe and a GG for Sterling Global Dragons. DeToNator gonna take the series 2-0.
Yeah, man. You know that your team having big problem when your carry Bloodseeker cannot man-to-man, toe-to-toe fight with the other team, Lina. They're standing next to each other, and it was Lina who won. How is that even possible when you're playing a Bloodseeker? That means your game have been so hard right from the start. Yeah, it's supposed to be hard from the start because of all the spells and the heroes that team DeToNator picked. But when it comes to the time that Vaynemancer need to shine, he kind of failed to be in the right place to release his poison.
It wasn't just
Yeah.
that though. I never really felt like Sterling Global Dragons ever had like the step above DeToNators when it came to initiation. It was always Detonation coming in with their initiation,
Yeah, it's
picking off heroes, and it was never favorable for Dragons. Like, we only saw Macy do, I think it was like 1 or 2 good poison novas, and then
Yeah,
outside
he
of
kept
that,
hitting
it
like
was
one hero. Like he would get going on, and he's like, "Oh, I got to ulti before I die." Oh, there's only one hero who
it's
BKB.
more like a
Yeah.
kamikaze
ultimate.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
You better want to be the one who goes in, release it, and try to find a way out like a James Bond. Yeah,
Okay, so
That's how you got to do it. All
yeah.
right. What do you make of all that?
Detonator's the better team.
DeToNator's a lot better.
This is probably the most. I've predicted series in the past of the better team, and they ended up splitting. But then again, I think most of those were Tigers matches that I was putting too much faith in the names.
Tigers can be a bit hit or miss.
Exactly.
Too, yeah.
Whereas
despite the names. Yeah.
DeToNator, Raging Potato is a thrower. So necessarily,
oh, come on. Raging Potato is not a thrower.
Yeah,
he's been the MVP for the team.
That's
for a lot
true,
of these
but I'm
games.
sure there are many times in the past where he has a history of being the
Okay,
LVP.
Fine, in
and
the
so
past, sure.
Yep.
I wouldn't necessarily put faith in these names, but as a team, just based off of what I've seen here during King's Cup, they've consistently not been unreliable.
Yeah, and they've had some great players from the Filipino scene. Like Ben Hur was looked at as one of the big mids to look out for. RR has always been a stable, consistent player. So I think we didn't come into this tournament maybe thinking they'd be a hot favorite just because they're a new team.
Oh, come on.
With the roster changes.
We were horribly wrong. They're a hot team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
They look
ask
great.
me about the MVP for the last game, I think it's YSC. Because his Mirana was all over, man. He was so messy in terms of the team SGD. Because he was here, he was there, he was everywhere. He's jumping with a Black King bar on. And then it was like reaching a point that, okay, never mind, let him do what he wants. So he's just free shooting. If you take a look at the stats, you see that he in all over the game, he takes very less damage. Everyone just take care, really focus on that Lina, and then they tend to forget about the Mirana.
I mean, the Bloodseeker was picked explicitly to counter the Mirana,
and I
most
have
likely.
seen so many team fight that team SGD gets like squeezed, out, split into two groups because Mirana chasing the support away. Hey, yo, Chu, go away, and then support won't be able to join back the team fight to land their AoE spells. Yeah, I think that the positioning of Mirana is just very good on this one.
We'll see how far DeToNator can go. They're first in their group now, second?
They should be first. Hang on.
They played maybe
so
less
6
games than
points.
Clutch.
They'll be tied with low tech.
Okay. They only have 6 points total, but they have some games left.
They have 6 points now. They'll be 8. They're actually tied with... Actually, low tech, because they got their 2 default wins, right? So low tech will be 10 points right now. So DeToNators will be 8 points.
DeToNator's an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
I think low tech, maybe that the 8 points is including the
I think they have
default
more
win.
games.
Is it include? Hang on, let me double check.
Because I think first place coming into today had 7 points, which was Clutch and Tigers.
Correct.
Clutch is 7. It's not including the execration game. They're at 10 points because they have 1, 3.
Right, so they're at 10 points now.
drew 2.
Because you said they were at 8 before.
They're at 8 points.
Not including execration?
This is not including execration, so they're 10 including execration for low tech.
All right. Well, what do we got up next? Who's playing? We got another SG Dragons, I think.
Yeah, we have
It's 2 SG Dragons today, right?
I believe
Clutch
it's
gamer?
them versus Clutch.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Clutch. Now you get to see Clutch. We three
Sparta.
were saying that,
exactly.
hey, Clutch with the SS Sparta and his what's his name?
Skylark.
Skylark, yeah,
Mhm.
from Greece,
Yep.
are so good players to add in our Southeast Asia region. And yes, here comes the time of role swap.
Oh, you think it's going to be good for you. Wait
It's gonna
and see.
be good, mate.
You're going to get spidered up over on this King's Couch even if you get it.
Wait, do we have interview after the game?
Good question.
I think production forgot to.
Look, right.
I never said anything. Okay. No interview.
Aye, man, kind of
Okay.
sad. Never mind.
No,
Let's go.
no
into
problem.
it.
Yeah, we'll go to a break. We'll come back with our last series, a role swap, and way more Dota. Let's go.